Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the unboxing and have a first look at this Meizu M3 Note. And the M3 Note that was launched in India is the 3GB RAM variant that has 32GB of storage. But this is a review unit. As you can see, it's a sample unit. And strangely, Meizu has sent, looks like the 16GB variant. That means this one will have just 2GB of RAM. But the retail unit that's going to be sold in India comes with 3GB of RAM. So it is really surprising. Generally, companies send their high-end products for as review units, but Meizu has decided to send the 2GB RAM model. So anyways, whatever experience that I have should be better on the retail unit. So this is the unit that we get itself, and now it is having a metallic back, and here on the back it says that it's having a dual SIM setup, and the second SIM can be used as a micro SD card. So it's a hybrid SIM solution that we are getting, and now it's that metallic build that we get. We'll come back to the handset a bit later. And we have the SIM ejector tool, and it uses a custom UI that is known as Flyme UI. So it's printed over here. We'll have just some manuals, but let's just take that out. And we also have an adapter over here, standard USB adapter with Meizu branding, and the USB cable. It's just normal, micro USB type. So let me keep these things to the side. So this is the handset itself, and it has this protective cover. Let me try to remove it. And looks like it has a 2D glass. It has a slight curve over here, very slight curve. So your hands just glide over that. And it sports a 5.5-inch screen, and it just has one button over here. And this one also is supposed to have the fingerprint scanner. And Meizu says that it's really fast. Let me actually give you a physical overview. On the top, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, and we also have a noise cancellation microphone. And if we move to this end, we have the volume rockers and the power on off button. And on the bottom, we have two openings for the grills. Have to check if both have the speaker enabled, or it's a mono speaker. We'll know that soon. And we also have a micro USB slot that'll be used for charging. And on this end, this is the SIM tray slot that can accept two SIMs, or one SIM and a one micro SD card. The body is metallic, as you can see. It gives a nice feel. And the good thing is that it comes with a 4100 milliamp hour battery. So the battery life should be actually really good. So let me actually boot this up. And by the time it actually boots up, let me give you the main specs. It's powered by the MediaTek Helios P10 processor, which is actually a octa-core processor. And you can see the other specs on the screen. It also has a 13 megapixel camera with dual tone LED flash, and if we move to the front facing camera, it's actually a 5 megapixel shooter. It also has a fingerprint scanner, and the battery is a 4100 milliamp hour battery. So this is what we get, and we just have one physical button over here, but it has multiple functions. If you just tap it once, it actually acts like a back button also. So yes, it does take quite a bit of time to get used to it, but this is what we get with Meizu phones. We have some quick toggles over here, and if you go to the settings, and if you go to about the device, as you can see, it's still running on the Android version 5.1. which is not the latest one, but again, we can expect Android Marshmallow later on, but it might take some time. That's the case with these custom UIs. And so this is what we get. And again, as I've told you, this is the 16GB variant, so it will have less storage. But let's look at it. In India, they're going to sell the 32GB variant, but let's look at the storage also. And for storage, again, you have to go to about the device, and here the storage, as you can see, out of that 16 gigabytes, we just have about 9.61 gigabytes. So that's what we get. I haven't added a SD card, and we also have a fingerprint and security. So let me just quickly set this up, and we'll check how well the fingerprint works. Let's add it. Let's say just place your finger over here like this, and it's scanning. And Meizu says the fingerprint scanner is supposed to be really fast on this device, and you have to do it a lot of times. It says it's done, and let's go to the fingerprint again, and we'll enable it to lock. Again, we have to give a pin, so 1 second. So I've added the pin. Let's see if the fingerprint scanner works. Yeah, it was fast. Let's see if I just depress it. Yes. There is a certain delay. If you press it, the screen comes, what do you say, the lock screen, then it unlocks. So it takes about a second, I would say, to unlock. So again, it's a different UI that we get with this one. So you have to get used to this one. And actually, let's also quickly look at the camera that we get on this Meizu device. So let's just fire up the camera. Again, it's going to be a custom different sort of a UI. We have toggles over here. Let's look at the settings. It says we have the HDR mode, and max is 13 megapixel. That is in 4:3. Sadly, if you like to go to 16:9, it drops all the way to 3 megapixel, which is sort of disappointing in my opinion. And for the front facing camera, again 5 megapixel, it's at 4:3. If you want to go to widescreen, it drops down to 2 megapixel. So that's what we get. So not a lot of settings. We have HDR mode. Let's try to take some snaps. Let me use the tap to focus. It's there. Once it's focused, I have to say it's taking the snaps quickly. So these are some of the sample shots with the Meizu M3 Note, and as you can see, in outdoor conditions the pictures come out to be really good. I was actually really impressed with how good the focusing was for close-up objects. As you can see, these are some incredible shots, and I just used the tap to focus. So for macro photography, it's actually really good. In outdoor lighting, the pictures came out really good and they had a lot of detail. Now, when we move to semi-indoor conditions, the weaknesses start to appear. The pictures are not that sharp. But when we move to completely artificial lighting, I feel there is a lot of noise in the pictures, and the pictures are also not that sharp. So I feel in low lighting, it does tend to struggle up quite a bit. So that's it for now for this unboxing of this Meizu M3 Note. The review will be delayed, guys, because the unit that I have is simply not connecting to any Google servers, so Google apps are installed. So guys, what do you think about this Meizu M3 Note? Do share your opinion in the YouTube comments below. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.